I, Daniel Blake is the new film directed by Ken Loach. Now, Ken Loach is a veteran director who has always been aimed at social, political issues. He has made tons of well-known films, such as Kes and Poor Cow. In I, Daniel Blake, the title character in this film is a 59-year-old carpenter who has recently suffered from a heart attack, and he's been told by his doctor that he cannot go back to work because if he does, he'll drop down dead. He won't cope with it. So when he goes to the job center to seek benefits, he has been told that he is deemed fit for work and he cannot get the money unless he looks for a job. It's very catastrophic, the way the benefit system treats him. And then later on he comes across this single mother called Katie who is suffering the sort of issues that he is going through, and then it's the beginning of a beautiful friendship. This film is trying to rip into the UK's benefit system and show how horribly the people are treated. This film won the Palme d'Or in the Cannes Film Festival of 2016, and this film also got a 15-minute standing ovation. The film contains great performances, solid performances from comic Dave Johns, who plays Daniel Blake, showing the struggle and the anger that Daniel Blake goes through. Hayley Squires, who plays Katie, did a phenomenal performance as a single mother. You know, this film shows very mixed emotions, such as laughter and comedy, but it's also very tragic as well, and it can make you scream at the screen and get angry with it because of how horrible the UK benefit system treats these characters that you love. And I noticed that in this film, there is a juxtaposition in the way people are being treated. You have scenes where he is in the job center being treated like crap, and you have him meeting this single mother. But this film is set in Newcastle, by the way. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. And this mother came from London because she got into a rough deal and this was the only flat that they could give her. And the flat is horrible. It's messy, it's very empty, the place is falling apart. And luckily she came across Daniel Blake. And Daniel Blake is helping her out, fixing the wires, getting the generator. He is a really wonderful guy. And it's really a shame that he is being treated horribly. In this film, he's going back and forth, asking for jobs, showing him his CV, despite the fact that his CV is pencil written. There's also this scene where he has to fill an application form online, and when I saw that bit, it was just so funny, and I don't know why, but I just laughed at it, and it's not supposed to be funny. I'm not sure if it was supposed to be funny. I just felt bad laughing at that scene because he's very handy as a carpenter, but he cannot go through a computer. He's never been near a computer. Ken Loach has done a terrific job ripping into the UK's benefit system, showing how realistic this situation is, showing the darkness of the reality of how Britain or how his country is. And his storytelling is good as well. The way that the film is edited, in the beginning of this film, it starts pitch black and you can hear the very awkward conversation between his doctor and Daniel Blake. This is where the story begins. He's asking him these horribly stupid, unnecessary questions, and it's just so bizarre, and it actually makes me feel uncomfortable watching this. It really does. As much as pitch black screens make you feel uncomfortable, this was the tone of the film that was making me feel uncomfortable, because there are a lot of blackouts, very slow fade in, fade out blackouts. It shows how sympathetic you are towards these characters and what they go through. There are scenes at the job center and there are scenes at the food bank that make you either angry or very, very sad. I want to say something about the kids, the single mother's kids. They were good. They put off a really good performance as well. Despite the fact that they are going through tough times, the kids are showing as much enthusiasm than the adults. They're very full of life, they're very energetic and fun-loving, and they love life so much. One thing I did not like about this movie was that the film, it includes a spoiler, and I'm not going to tell you about it, but the film ended with me questioning the closure of this character. In this film, the character chooses a decision which is very heartbreaking, but in the end, it doesn't conclude that. And I'm just questioning, did that character stop doing what he was doing? Also a negative side though is that this is a Ken Loach movie, and despite the fact that this film is left-sided, people on the right side of politics are gonna watch this movie and complain. People may think that the idea of showing job center as a bad body, and that the people that work there are being portrayed as villains. They're being portrayed as browbeaters. Imagine that the people who worked in the job center watch this movie and think, I'm not like that. Of course, they're going to be offended by this. So people will think that this film was not really representing the issues properly or enough, and it didn't give the characters any agency. It didn't do them enough justice. They didn't think that it was Ken Loach's best film in representing these social issues. But my advice to you guys who will obviously disagree with this film, despite the fact that this film is very biased, this film also focuses on a human rights perspective. It's showing that humans don't have to be treated this way. They don't have to be treated like a dog. They don't seek charity. They paid their dues. They want to be treated as human beings. This is what the film was trying to go for. And that is my advice to you guys who disagree with this film's political views. Think of it as in a human rights perspective. That's what I did, because I'm not really political. Even if this film has any trouble of addressing political issues, human issues, social issues, they've definitely succeeded in that. That's what I think they did. So overall, guys, I really enjoyed I, Daniel Blake. It was definitely a pleasure to watch. I really enjoyed the storytelling that Ken Loach was trying to go for. I really do believe that it did succeed in portraying the political issues and the social and human issues that it was trying to portray. I really enjoyed the performances from Dave Johns, Haley Squires. The children were amazing as well. I really enjoyed these characters. They were very real, they were very rich, and I really felt sorry for them. And this film does show mixed emotions like anger, laughter, heartbreak. It's a tragic comedy, and I think it's one of Ken Loach's best movies. I'm gonna give I, Daniel Blake an 8 out of 10. You know what? I really want to see Kes. I really do. I saw the trailer and I feel really sorry for that kid. God, he can't have a break, can he? So guys, I, Daniel Blake, have you seen it? What did you think of it? Did you think that it was great? Did you think the storytelling was amazing? You loved the characters? Did you think that it was one of Ken Loach's best movies? Did you enjoy it as much as I did? Or did you think that it was bad? Did you think that it was not Ken Loach's best? It was boring, it was not relatable, it was not truly represented in a realistic way. Whatever you think, comment down below, share me your thoughts. And also feel free to let me know what is your favorite Ken Loach movie, or your favorite human rights movie. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to see more of my film reviews and be updated for more. Until next time guys, I, Dariush Asadi, wish you all a great one.